I mean, it was gutsy, especially from, Ronit sitting next to me. I think, the doubles obviously was huge. It came down, the end, and Ronit too, came through in the doubles. But I just think, Miami is such a tough out. I feel like they're always tough, and they've been in this situation before, and they make you play. And Ronit, to come through there after being down a set in 4-1 and just flipping that match because we really needed it, was just, huge. And the level of her tennis, I mean, it was really good.
Just talk about the delay. I mean, you win the doubles point outside, then you're, I don't know, what was it, 2 hours, about 2.5 hours delay. Just talk how you keep, I'll ask Renee too, just talk how you keep them together and how you
Yeah, it's tough.
manage that.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for both teams because we didn't know. We tried to go back out. We finished the doubles point, so we went out again. With my team, I don't really have a hard time keeping them together because they're so close. So, we just kind of hung out. I didn't really want them watching the Stanford Florida match. Just kind of stay away from the tennis a little bit and just chill and, just get ready. So, the situation was tough, but it's also not a bad thing for us to go indoors. I think we're definitely more used to it than Miami. So, it worked out for us.
I would think that you play a lot of indoors early in January, February.
Yeah, we've been out more, but either way. But I mean, we're just excited to get through. It was tough.
Talk to going 3-0 and then having to hold on there. They tied up 3-3, and obviously Renee is pushing through on that last one.
Yeah, and it looked like she was in a tough situation there. Down a set in 4-1. But 3-0, you got to get to 4. And the 3 on the board it doesn't do you any good. You got to get that 4th point. And we tried to fight back in some of those other matches. We just came up a little bit short. But Ronit, our senior, playing Wagner, who's a senior from Miami and won a ton of matches for them. It came down to some great tennis there, and Ronit really stepped up.
When you talk about that second set when you were down 4-1, what was going through your mind and how did you battle back?
I think I started getting a little bit nervous. I mean, I was down a set 4-1, like you said, and I started looking at the scoreboard, which I probably shouldn't have. And I saw that the other matches were pretty close, and they were slowly slipping away from us. So I was like, "Oh crap!" But then I just sort of zoned in, and from 4-1, and then when I won 4-2, and then 4-3, I was like, "Okay, like I can do this. I just have to sort of zone in, focus on my court, like stop worrying about how the other girls are doing." And then I won that set, and then I don't know, it went really well from that point.
Any other questions?
Going back to the weather, do you guys prefer to play on indoor or outdoor?
Yeah, we've played out and had some good wins this year. I mean, clearly we're more used to being indoors than Miami. I mean, they don't have too many indoor courts down there, so probably more of an advantage if you think about it on paper for us. But it was a battle, I mean, we struggled we needed 3 singles, and it took every ounce of us. So, they play so hard, they compete so hard, Miami. It's wherever it was, we were gonna compete and play hard for each other in Michigan, whether it was in or out, But we were just happy to get on the court and start the match.
Going back earlier in the season, indoor championships, you beat Miami 4-2. Did that give you a little sense of ease, maybe, or that you're going indoors and you've done this before?
Yeah, I don't know if it's ease. It's the NCAA tournament. Round of 16, and we did beat them. Like I feel like we can play with anybody here, to be honest. And we did beat them. Every matchup was different this time, so you just don't know. We didn't have one singles matchup the same, so we played really well at spots today. But I don't know if I ever felt at ease the whole time during that match.
Did you play the same play?
There was
No,
none
yeah,
of
it
the
was
singles
different.
were the same. So it's just completely different. Because early in the season, your lineup, things move around a little bit. So yeah, our matchups were not the same. So you just don't know.